And there will be common interview questions I practice. So usually starts with tell me something about yourself. This is a very standard opening. So there will be other questions like why should we hire you? What are your strengths, weaknesses? Standard questions will be asked initially. So dressing is important. It should be appropriate, professional, and wear professional attire and arrive at least 10 to 15 minutes before your scheduled interview time. It's better to be early than to be late and sorry. So take all the necessary documents and materials. It's better to carry physical copies of your relevant materials, including your certifications, your degree marks, whatever is required. You should carry copies of your resume and cover letter, both in digital as well as physical format. References if asked and contact information, all details. Be courteous and polite. And also very important, we have to show respect to the interviewer. Enthusiasm is very important. You should show enthusiasm. You should show interest and passion. And be ready with specific examples of your achievements and skills, if any. There is a STAR method, that is situation, task, action, result. So anything you want to explain, you can use the STAR method to explain what was the situation, what was the task required to be done, what was the action taken, and what was the result based on that action. And be honest and transparent. Be truthful. Do not over emphasize or exaggerate or tell untruths about your qualifications and skills. And if there is any weaknesses, accept them and tell them the action plan on how to overcome that. You are planning how to overcome the weaknesses. And also be prepared to ask questions. You also will have a chance to ask questions, relevant questions. Body language, smiling, eye contact, very important. It shows confidence and a positive attitude when you smile and maintain eye contact. By not doing so, you might be showing low self-confidence and also demonstrate your ability to engage with others. Very important. Showcase your communication skills. Speak clearly and articulately. Very important. Your communication skills are going to be a major force in your selection. You need to have good verbal and non-verbal communication skills. Very important soft skills today. Listening skills are very important. Listen actively and respond thoughtfully. Body language, right body language conveys confidence. Sit up straight, do not fidget or slouch, and also use appropriate gestures. Do not use inappropriate gestures. Demonstrate your problem solving ability. Today, that is also a very important skill. And you can discuss how you have overcome challenges in your previous roles using problem solving ability. And that shows that you can think critically and solve problems creatively. Be aware of common mistakes and avoid them. Too much talking, too little talking. Both are not advised. Appearing uninterested or disengaged is negative. And do not be negative about your previous employer or other workers. And you can also follow up after the interview if required. You can use social media to your advantage. Practice mindfulness and relaxation techniques. When you go for interviews, do not be stressed, relax, and also visualize. Think yourself succeeding and getting the job. Prepare for different kinds of interviews. There will be different kinds of interviews: phone interviews, video interviews, person, group interviews. There are many different types, which we will see later. And also know your salary expectations. So, what you want. So, when they ask you, you should be ready with an answer, and it should be as per industry standards and your expectations. Storytelling skills has an impact, and you can also talk about your soft skills as strengths, your IPR skills, teamwork skills, adaptability, managing change, problem solving, decision making. So many skills are there. Talk about them when necessary. Today, people check up the digital footprint of the candidates. So, if you have pasted or posted any controversial or inappropriate content, ensure your social media profiles are clean. And there is also behavioral questions like how you handle situation in a given context. Expect them, be ready for such questions. Expect the unexpected, but by being a positive person, maintaining a positive attitude, you will be able to handle them. Show your passion for continuous learning and development. You can research your interviewer. You can find out about your interviewer's role and background and demonstrate your creativity and innovation. Show your leadership potential. Use the STAR method to answer questions. Practice, conduct mock interviews with family or friends. Be yourself and let your personality shine. Be prepared to answer questions about salary and benefits. Show your commitment to the company and the role. Be aware of your non-verbal communication. Discuss any volunteer or community involvement. Be prepared to discuss any gaps in your employment history. Express your gratitude for the opportunity. Thank the interviewer for their time and consideration. Be prepared to discuss your transferable skills. Show your flexibility and adaptability. Today, these are very, very important. Lot of changes are happening and challenges are there. To accept them, understand them, work on them, implement them. So show your willingness to take on new tasks and responsibilities. Discuss your problem solving approach. Show your empathy and emotional intelligence. EQ is seen as an important factor today. IQ is important. Similarly, EQ is also considered important to understand others, to work in a team, to build teams and handle people. Provide examples of how you handle conflict or difficult situations. Also emphasize your attention to details, that you give attention to all the details, whether important or minor. Show your enthusiasm for learning new things. Discuss any new skills or technologies you have learned in previous roles. Be prepared to answer why we should hire you. There you talk about the skills, the strengths which you will be bringing and how they will be of importance in the performance of the job and be successful. Highlight your teamwork and collaboration skills. It's very important that you should highlight that you can work in a team and you have collaboration skills. You are a team player. Be aware of any red flags or warning signs about the company or position. Discuss any leadership or mentorship roles you have held. So you can talk about the mentorship role or leadership you have held in previous positions. That shows your ability to guide and inspire others. Show your initiative and drive. Discuss any initiative or projects you have spearheaded in previous roles. Emphasize your motivation and drive to improve processes and make a positive impact. And above all, have a positive attitude and mindset. Believe in yourself and your abilities to succeed. Now let us look at the different types of job interviews. As we said in the beginning, job interviews can be daunting, but with the right preparation, you can stand out from the competition and get your dream job. What are the different types of interviews? There will be behavioral interviews. panel interviews, video interviews, phone interviews, group interviews, technical interviews, case interviews, one-on-one interviews, second round interviews, executive interviews, lunch, dinner interview, initial screening interviews, competency based interviews, stress interviews. And how to prepare, tips for preparation for the job interview. So now we will be talking about preparation. Research the company. Prepare answers for common questions. Dress appropriately. Practice good body language. Follow up with the interviewer. Sharpen communication skills. Demonstrate problem-solving skills. Show off your teamwork. Display excellent time management skills. You can share how you prioritize tasks. Network before and after. Refresh, update your resume frequently. You should tailor your resume to the specific job posting. Write a strong cover letter and it should be addressed to the correct person. Customize, provide relevant examples. Keep it concise and to the point. Short and to the point. Cover letter should be concise, that is short and to the point. Perfect your elevator pitch. You should have a 20 to 30-second introduction highlighting your qualification and experiences. Boost your confidence, self-confidence. Focus on your strengths, not weaknesses. Identify your weaknesses so that you are self-aware and take steps for improving them. Set career goals. Goals have to be SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time-bound. Develop a plan to achieve them also. Stay updated on the job market. Stay informed on industry news and trends. Encourage and do good preparation for interviews. Resume preparation tips. Customize your resume for the job you are applying for. The design should be simple and professional. The language used should be clear and concise. You should highlight your relevant skills and experiences. Focus on achievements. Action verbs. Use action verbs to describe your accomplishments. Use bullet points for easy readability. Keep it to 1 or 2 pages maximum. Have and use a professional email address. It should be professional and always use professional font and font size. Proofread, check, correct errors and typos. Use consistent formatting throughout. Using a summary or objective statement helps. Research the company and refer to it in your resume. Avoid using industry jargon or slang. It is not acceptable. Use quantifiable results when talking about achievements. Use keywords relevant to the job posting. Consider using a functional resume if you have gaps in employment. Ensure and use proper grammar and sentence structure. And use a professional photo if appropriate. Tailor your resume to the company culture. Use bold and italicized text to highlight key information. Avoid using personal pronouns. Use reverse chronological order for work experience. The latest comes first. And also use a consistent naming convention for your document. If you have volunteer experience, include them. It should be relevant. Use a professional sounding voicemail greeting. List your education in reverse chronological order. The latest comes first. Avoid using gimmicks. And you can include links to your online portfolio if it is appropriate. Include relevant professional documents and certifications. List your contact information clearly. Edit and revise multiple times. And also use different versions different versions for different job applications. Use a clean and uncluttered design. Consider including a cover letter. Use up-to-date contact information. Use a header or footer with your name and contact information. Include relevant extracurricular activities. Avoid using abbreviations or acronyms. Use a consistent tone throughout. Include relevant languages spoken. Include relevant social media profiles. Avoid using generic language. Double check for correct grammar and spelling. Next is grooming and dressing. Very important thing. Grooming and dressing makes the first impression, and it also talks or speaks about your professionalism and attention to detail. Here are some tips. Grooming. Grooming is done before dressing. Hair. Neat, trimmed, styled. Avoid flashy, funky hairstyles. Shave. Get a clean shave or trim your beard. Keep it neat and styled. Nails. Clean your nails and ensure they are trimmed. Teeth. Brush your teeth and use a mouth freshener to keep your breath fresh. Fragrance. Use a mild, appropriate fragrance that is not too overpowering. Cleanliness. Make sure your face, hands, and clothes are clean. Posture. Ensure you have an erect posture and sit upright during the interview. Eye contact. Always maintain eye contact, which shows confidence and interest in the conversation. Smile. Smile frequently. It sends positive signals and make you look approachable. Dressing. Dress code. Find out the dress code for the company and dress accordingly. Formal or informal. It's better to go for formal attire. Suit. Men should wear a suit, while women can wear a suit or a dress, pants with a blouse. Neutral colors. Choose neutral colors like black, navy blue, gray, or white. Avoid flashy colors. Avoid bold and flashy colors and prints. Shoes. Wear formal shoes in neutral colors that match your attire. Belt. Wear a formal belt that matches your shoes. Accessories, keep accessories minimal and avoid anything attention grabbing. Jewelry, men should avoid earrings, while women can wear minimal jewelry. Bag or briefcase, carry a neutral colored bag or briefcase that matches your attire. Iron your clothes. Ensure that your clothes are ironed and well pressed. Watch, wear a formal watch that is not too flashy. Tie, men should wear a tie that matches their suit or shirt. Tie knot, women should avoid wearing tie knots. Business casual, men can wear slacks, button down shirt. Women can opt for a dress with a cardigan. Comfort, choose clothes that make you feel comfortable and confident. Fit, ensure your attire fits you well, neither too loose nor too tight. Clean shoes, the shoes should be clean and polished. No wrinkles, avoid wearing clothes with wrinkles or creases. Traditional, for a traditional job interview, go for classic styles that never go out of fashion. Bold patterns, avoid wearing clothes with bold patterns or prints. Etiquette, punctuality, ensure that you arrive on time. Silence your phone during the interview. Tone of voice, speak clearly and at an appropriate volume. Proper pronunciation. Ensure that you pronounce words correctly and properly. Thank you. Always thank the interviewer for the opportunity to the interview. Respectful language. Use respectful language while speaking to the interviewer. Listen. Listen attentively to the interviewer and answer the questions thoughtfully. Follow up. Follow up with a thank you note after the interview. Research. Do your research on the company and job role before the interview. Prepare. Prepare for interview questions and practice answering them. Confidence. Be confident and believe in yourself. Politeness, always be polite and courteous. Positive attitude, maintain a positive attitude during the interview. Eye contact, always maintain eye contact while speaking. Look into the eyes, but do not stare, but maintain eye contact 70 to 80% of the time. Avoid slang. Avoid using slang words or phrases. Handshake. Start and end the interview with a firm handshake. Body language. Your body language should convey confidence and positivity. Calm. Stay calm and composed during the interview. Show interest, genuine interest. Show genuine interest in the job role and the company. Speak slowly, speak slowly and clearly. Sell yourself, market yourself in the best light possible, and sell yourself to the interviewer. Master the art of nonverbal communication. Body language can influence your interviewer's perception and decision making process. Facial expressions. Keep smiling, maintain eye contact. Avoid facial cues indicating boredom, disbelief, disinterest. Always maintain a professional and approachable expression. Avoid excessive facial gestures. Body posture, proper sitting and standing posture. Avoid slouching or leaning. Learn the importance of hand gestures and how to use them appropriately. You should not be crossing arms and legs. Eye contact, very important. Personal space, maintain the right distance. Avoid excessively close proximity. Overall presentation, dressing, showing confidence and preparedness. Most common questions and answers. So what to do, how to do. So research the company, prepare examples of your skills, dress appropriately, bring copies of your resume, practice your answers to common questions. Eye contact and smile, very important. Listen carefully to the interviewer's questions. Use the STAR method, situation, task, action, result. Show your enthusiasm and passion for the role. Don't be afraid to ask questions of your own. Common questions. Tell me about yourself. Why do you want to work for this company? What are your strengths and weaknesses? What are you most proud of? Why should we hire you? Describe a time when you had to solve a problem. Tell me a time when you had to work with a difficult colleague. How do you handle stressful situations? Give an example of how you resolved a conflict. Tell me about a time when you went above and beyond for a customer. What are the key responsibilities of this role? What challenges does this role face? What kind of training and development opportunities are available? What are the goals for this position in the next year? How does this role fit into overall company strategy? These are questions you can ask about the role. And there will be questions about your experience Can you provide an example? Greatest accomplishment? How do you stay updated? Improvement in your skills. How you overcame a major problem, obstacle. Behavior, personality questions. How would your colleagues describe you? What makes you unique compared to others? How do you handle criticism or failure? How do you handle a difficult or demanding client? What do you consider to be your greatest weakness? What are your salary expectations? What benefits are the most important to you? How do you negotiate a job offer? What is your preferred work schedule? What is your ideal work environment? And closing questions. Do you have any questions for us which you can ask? When asked, you can have a set of questions. What are the next steps in the interview process? And finally, thank you to the interviewer, to the company for the opportunity provided. Prepare well, stay calm and focused. Answer questions truthfully, enthusiastically. Here are some tips for mastering interview etiquettes. First impressions are important. Your interview etiquette can make or break your chances. Before the interview, research, practice, plan, take copies of your resume and documents, arrive early, punctually, turn off your mobile phone or keep it in silent mode. Greeting and introductions, make eye contact, smile, shake hands firmly, introduce yourself clearly, use the interviewer's name, wait to be offered a seat, sit up straight, avoid fidgeting. Listen carefully and take notes if needed. Engage in conversation. Sell yourself and your qualifications. Ask questions about the company and position. Show enthusiasm and interest. Express appreciation for the interview opportunity. Do not interrupt the interviewer. Don't slouch or cross your arms. Don't badmouth previous employers or co-workers. Do not talk too much or too little. Don't lie or exaggerate. Don't ask about salary or benefits unless the interviewer brings it up. Tricky questions. Tell me about yourself. Why do you want to work for this company? What are your weaknesses? Why should we hire you? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? How would you handle a difficult coworker? Body language, speak clearly, confidently, eye contact, gestures appropriate, tone friendly and positive. Avoid nervous habits like tapping your foot or fingers. Follow up, thank the interviewer, thank you email or handwritten note. Address any questions or concerns. Reiterate why you are a good fit for the position. Don't be pushy. Phone and video interviews. Find a quiet, private location. Test your equipment beforehand. Dress appropriately. Speak clearly and loudly. Avoid distractions like email or social media. Cultural differences. Research the company. Be aware of cultural differences in greetings and body language. Avoid using slang or offensive language. Be open minded and respectful. Ask questions when in doubt. Be yourself while adhering to local customs. Mastering interview etiquette is key to landing your dream job. Group discussion in job interviews. Master group discussion. Group discussion is very important in job interviews, or they test the candidate on important skills and factors. Objective of a group discussion is to select the right candidate. How a group discussion is evaluated? They are evaluated on a set of parameters. Don'ts and do's. Dress appropriately. Maintain good hygiene. Be on time. Greet other participants with a smile. Avoid interrupting others while they are speaking. Do not dominate the conversation or resort to personal attacks. What should be the body language? Sit up straight and maintain eye contact. Avoid fidgeting or slouching. Use hand gestures to emphasize your points. Avoid crossing. Avoid crossing your arms or legs. Appropriate body language. Communication skills. Listen activity. Listen actively and take turns speaking. Use clear, concise language. Avoid using slang or jargon that others may not understand. Speak at an appropriate volume and space. Stay on topic and avoid getting sidetracked. Support your arguments with examples and facts. Be respectful of others' opinions. Use a collaborative approach and seek common ground. Preparation, research the company and industry beforehand. Anticipate potential discussion topics. Practice speaking in front of a mirror or with friends. Prepare a few questions to ask at the end of group discussion. Etiquette, wait for the moderator to start the discussion. Avoid using your phone or other electronic devices. Follow the rules and guidelines provided by the moderator. Thank the other participants and the moderator at the end. If there is a disagreement, listen to both sides. Remain calm and avoid becoming defensive. Try to find a compromise or middle ground. If the situation becomes heated, suggest taking a break. Communication skills, body language are very, very important. Everyone should stay positive and confident throughout the group discussion. Job interview. Research on the company and the position. Prepare your responses to common questions. Dress appropriately and arrive on time. Be mindful of nonverbal communication. Listen carefully and ask thoughtful questions. Provide concise and detailed responses. Showcase your skills and experiences. Demonstrate your enthusiasm and motivation. Thank the interviewer and follow up promptly. Avoid these common interview mistakes. By utilizing these tips, you can become a master of the screening job interview. Screening job interview. Today, video call job interview is very common, and here are some tips for the do's and don'ts. Today, many companies are conducting video call job interviews, and these are virtual and very important. And here are some tips. Research the company, appropriate job interview outfit, appropriate virtual background should be chosen. Set up good lighting, test your internet connection and equipment, and there are many online resources for preparing for a virtual job interview. Greet the interviewer, use appropriate body language, use active listening techniques, paraphrasing, summarizing, rephrasing, maintain eye contact 70 to 80% of the time. Avoid distractions. And you have to be equipped for technical issues during the interview. Timing is very important for the responses. So be prepared, practice good time management skills, establish rapport with the interviewer. Do not speak negatively about your previous employer. Do not ramble or talk too much. Do not interrupt the interviewer. Failing to follow up after the interview should not be done. Right tone of voice, pitch, accent. Use technology. Take notes. Close the interview with a positive note. Follow with a thank you email. Structured and competencies job interview. Here are some tips. Research, review the job requirements and competencies. Practice answering common interview questions. And if required, prepare a list of questions to ask the interviewer. Dress professionally and appropriately. Attire and grooming should be neat and clean. Get a good night's rest before the interview. Arrive, be punctual for the interview. Bring extra copies of your resume and references. Take a notepad and a pen. Greet the interviewer with a smile, firm handshake. Maintain eye contact. Speak clearly and confidently. Use examples to illustrate your competencies. Keep your answers short, crisp, relevant. Listen carefully. Take time to answer questions thoughtfully. Do not interrupt the interviewer. Show enthusiasm and interest in the job. Highlight your accomplishments and successes. Admit your weakness and explain how you are working to improve. Ask questions that show you are curious and interested in learning more. Be honest and truthful in your answers. Stay calm, composed, even when faced with difficult questions. Use, wherever required, whenever possible, positive body language such as nodding or leaning forward. Be polite and respectful to the interviewer. Do not talk bad about your previous employer. Don't discuss controversial, sensitive topics. Do not exaggerate, or lie about your experience or competencies. Do not talk too much or too little. After the interview, thank the interviewer. Reiterate your interest in the job position. You can ask about the next steps in the hiring process. Follow up with a thoughtful thank you. Mention specific details from the interview that you appreciated or found interesting. Mention any additional information or experience relevant to the job position. Keep a positive attitude even if you did not get the job. Use the experience to learn and improve for your next interview. Ask for feedback from the interviewer if possible, and use the feedback to enhance your skills or competencies for your next interview. So, tips for success: believe in yourself and your competencies, practice, practice, prepare, prepare. Be calm and confident, stay positive and enthusiastic. Focus on your competencies and successes. Showcase your strengths and skills. Show your interest and curiosity. Be open to learning and growing. Learn from your mistakes. Use every opportunity to improve that. And remember, every interview is a learning experience. So we are giving you some tips that we give that gives the insight and the confidence you need to ace your structured and competencies job interview. Remember, prepare and practice. Stay calm and confident. Showcase your competencies and strengths. And it's a learning space to grow and improve for your future interviews. Thank you.